The manager was as good as his word. Scarlowy came home from the works with 6 wheels and a cab. A cab is the latest thing for engines, he told Scarlowy. I hope it will cheer you up after your disappointment. It cheered him up too much. And those silly coaches made him worse. Such a handsome engine, they tittered. 6 wheels and a cab so distinguished, my dears, it's a pleasure to see him. He soon got too big for his wheels. He boasted about his cab to Renias. Was tired. You should get one like me and be up to date, he would say. No, thank you. You look like a snail with that house on your back. You don't go much faster either. Slow am I, let me tell you. Who was late 3 times last week? Oh, it's no use talking. You're just an old stick in the mud. He called Renias more names and they quarrelled. They ended up back to back, not speaking. It went on for days and days. One dark Monday morning, Scarlowy had to take the workman's train to the quarry. It had rained for 3 days. You always pick on me for wet days, he complained. You, said Mr. Bobby, I've got a cab to keep us dry. Come on. Scarlowy slipped and snorted on the damp rails. He began to wonder if cabs were worth it. An hour later, Renias was warming up when Scarlowy's guard came. There's a landslide beyond the tunnel, he said. Scarlowy's run into it. He's stuck. Show a wheel, Renias. Look lively. I'm sorry, Mr. Peter, sir, but that Scarlowy's too swanky. He says I'm a stick in the mud. He can jolly well stick in the mud himself. It serves him right. But, went on my driver, there's poor Mr. Bobby and the quarrymen. Does it serve them right too? The guard says the mud's like treacle. Oh dear, Renias said, that will never do. We must save them before they get sucked in. And off they puffed with 2 trucks and some workmen. Things weren't too bad after all. The men had partly cleared the line and had levered Scarlowy back. He was hissing and grumbling dreadfully. They didn't listen to him. They cleared the rest of the line and Renias pushed Scarlowy out of the way before taking the quarrymen to work. Mr. Bobby cleaned and oiled his wheels in motion, so when Renias returned with the coaches, Renias would help him back to the shed. I'm sorry I was swanky, he said at last. Thank you for helping me. Not at all, Renias said. They were still cross. Then Scarlowy began to laugh. I'm the stick in the mud after all, he gurgled helplessly. Not you. Renias. He laughed too. Renias couldn't help it. He looked so funny. They were laughing when the cleaners came. They were still laughing when they left. Poor engines, they said, tapping their foreheads. But they weren't mad. They learnt sense. They've been firm friends ever since.